Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Against the Odds. And this week, we got a special episode. We're doing something a little bit different. So normally on Against the Odds, how it works is I put up a poll with a few janky cards. Y'all vote on which one you want to see the most, and then I build a deck around it. Well, today, for our episode, I didn't even build the deck that we're playing. Something strange and miraculous happened. One of my all-time favorite players, a Platinum Mythic rank player from Magic Arena, managed to get the deck list published featuring Minion of the Mighty, probably better known as Minion of the Memes, this crazy turn to kill pump spell deck, which is kind of actually a Meme or Dream style deck, one of the other series that we do, but it's spoiler season. I didn't have time to do Meme or Dreams and Against Odds, so I figured, you know what, we're going to try out this crazy deck from one of my favorite players featuring this ridiculous combo that can potentially kill opponents odd turn to an historic, which is essentially unheard of, and see what happens. So that's our plan for today. Minion of the Memes, Mulligan Simulator deck. So let's talk about what this deck's trying to do, jump into some games, see the insanity in action. All right, so here is our Minion of the Memes deck, and our deck is essentially a Mulligan Simulator, as I mentioned before. So what we are trying to do with this deck, step one, find Minion of the Mighty or Minion of the Memes. We will mulligan down to 3 cards, 2 cards, whatever, to try to find this card. Our deck is not going to function if we don't have Minion of the Mighty, at least our main deck. So we mulligan super aggressively to find it, because all we're trying to do with this deck is play Minion on turn 1, pump it to 6 power on turn 2 so we can put a dragon into play, and then hopefully put a game-winning dragon in the play and win the game on turn 2. As far as pumping Minion of the Mighty, we got a few options. Scale up is the best, because it gets Minion of the Mighty to 6 power all by itself. So turn 1 Minion, turn 2 scale up, gets us a free dragon from our hand when we attack. We also have a bunch of backup pump spells. Giant Growth, Infuriate, Wild Shape, Reckless Charge, all technically make our Minion of the Mighty plus 3 power. So any 2 of those will also get it to 6 power, also let us put a dragon into play as early as turn 2. So let's say this plan works. We mulligan until we find Minion. We use our pump spells to make it 6 power, hopefully on turn 2. What are we putting into play with it? Well, our best option is Terror of Mount Velis. Terror of Mount Velis, if we put it into play with Minion of the Mighty on turn 2, on turn 3, it should just straight up win us the game. It is a 5/5 flying double striker that gives our other creatures double strike when it comes into play. Minion of the Mighty gonna be 6 power and menacing, so also evasive. So that hits for 12, Terror hits for 10 in the air, 22 damage. Game over as early as turn 2. We got a bunch of backup dragons as well though, because remember, we can't be too picky. We're mulliganing so much. We really gotta make do with what we have once we find the Minion in the pump spells. Old Gnawbone doesn't win us the game directly, but if we put it into playoff Minion of the Mighty, gonna make 13 treasures, which lets us just dump our hand of all of our other dragons, hardcast them naturally. Drake is a little awkward because it has an attack trigger, and if we put it into play with Minion of the Mighty, it's technically already attacking, so we don't get that trigger the first turn, but the next turn, it's going to wipe out our opponent's board, and it's still a 7/7 flyer. Dargaz has haste, hard to deal with permanently. Mana base wise, a bunch of mana fixing. We're trying to be able to hardcast Dargaz if we have to, so that's why you have like Ether Hub and we have Temple of the Dragon Queen that we can put on black, otherwise a bunch of Gruul lands. This sideboard of the deck, pretty interesting. So we essentially have a transformational sideboard. The biggest issue with Minion of the Memes is it dies, and if our opponent's playing some sort of removal heavy controller mid-range deck, the possibility of us playing Minion, having it live a turn to set up the pump spells to try to combo off is pretty low. So in those matchups, what we do is take out pretty much all of our pump spells, maybe some Minion of the Mighties, and bring in a ridiculous amount of ramp. Other than an Abash, which is free roll-ish, all of our other sideboard cards are ramp spells. In the North, Cultivate, Mindstone, Guardian Idol. So the idea is, in those removal heavy matchups, our opponent brings in a ton of cheap targeted removal to try to deal with the Minion of the Mighty combo. We kind of zig while our opponent zags, take out the combo, bring in ramp, and just hopefully ramp into our dragons and hardcast them and win that way. And that's the deck. That is Minion of the Memes Mulligan Simulator. That's our Against Odds deck for this week. So let's jump into some games, see what the odds are of pulling off this ridiculous turn 2 combo kill. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the absurdity, and I'll be back in a bit with a wrap up. Need some new Innistrad Midnight Hunt cards? Well, you can order them now from our sponsor, Card Kingdom, by heading over to cardkingdom.com. Against the Odds time, we are playing Mulligan Simulator this week, trying to combo off with Minion of the Mighty and Historic. I don't know, this deck kind of walks the line between Meme or Dream and Against Odds. It's a Platinum Mythic rank player deck, and oh, we don't have a dragon, but we'll draw a dragon, right? Can we keep this? So this deck, it's got to have Minion of the Mighty. That's a whole plan. Minion of the Mighty, pump spells. Unfortunately, we have this pathway, so we don't have the mana. I guess we got a mulligan. Awkward to mulligan a minion hand, because you can see what our non-minion hands look like. Well, mulligan. Oh, all right, well, this we're keeping. We'll put an Infuriate to the bottom. Oh, we got a top deck a dragon. Oh, I got a top deck a dragon. Put a snow-covered mountain to the bottom. All right, well, here we go. Don't kill the minion, or we scoop. How many, so the real challenge this week is how many, that's a dragon. How many matches will we have to play to pull this combo off? Please don't have a stomp. Ooh, Llanowar, okay. Okay, well, here we go. Here we go. Maybe the answer is 1. We will play this on green. We will Infuriate. We will Giant Growth. We will attack you. Darga's into play. Unsure if this is going to be enough, but we'll see. Opponent. Chumps take 7. Will the dragon get there before we die? That's, oh my god, they take it. Okay, that increases odds. I don't know how they deal with the dragon. How do they deal with this dragon? Do we get the win? Ooh, first try? Okay, maybe this deck is busted. We broke it. Well, Platinum Mythic rank player broke it. And opponent scoops it up. We did it. We did. I mean, that wasn't even our best possible draw, but that was good enough. The question is, do we trust that our opponent doesn't have much removal because they appear to be elves and stick with the mulligan into minion plan? Or do we sideboard out the minion package for the ramp and try to win fairly? That is a question. Our entire sideboard is ramp. So the idea is, if our opponent's playing so much removal that minion is unlikely to work, we just take it all out and try to ramp into the win. I don't know if ramping into the win I think we got to stick with minion. I don't think ramping into the win's gonna work against dragons. So mulligan simulator take 2. It worked that time. So I think you really just can't keep a hand without a minion. Like this hand, it doesn't do anything. Mulligan. This hand does not have a minion. Mulligan. Oh my god. Oh dear. Oh geez. Oh lord. Well, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got him. Well, this is the problem with mulligan simulating. Sometimes you just mulligan all the way into oblivion. This deck. And our opponent's playing Shaman. I see. That makes more sense. Play this on, I don't even know, I guess green, pass the turn. Well, I think we're dead. We should be dead. Opponent, untap land, Harmonic Prodigy. Hits us for a bunch. Well, play this on red, get Abash. The highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows with this deck. Thinking Seasoned Pyromancer going to draw some cards. Doubles up. Land's gone, does it again. Makes a token, gets new cards. Hits us for a bunch. Well, land on, boom. Show you that Dargaz. How do you beat it? Yeah, we're super dead. Well, I mean, for all the power we saw in game 1, there is a drawback, which is sometimes we don't hit it and we die. Opponent, Faceless Agent, gonna double trigger. I mean, there's no way. All right, yeah. So now we're immediately down. Oh, we'll let him show their sweet triggers. Opponent, big attack, million triggers. We won't make him target us a bunch of times, but basically Rage Forger is a ridiculous amount of damage here and we're dead. All right, so run it back. Mulligan Simulator take 3. This time we're on the play. We could get a turn 2 kill. It is possible. We need the minion, we need 1 or 2 pump spells, and we need a dragon. Oh, it's possible. If we can get a dragon down, I don't think Shaman can beat it. I don't know how they deal with a dragon. Well, all right, here we go. We got our bad one out of the way. Which means we're gonna have the nut draw, right? We're due for the nuts about it. Changing up their plan, apparently. I mean, if there's good news, it's that Shaman don't actually have that much removal traditionally. We're on the play. Let's see the minion. Minion, dragon, pump spells. Also some lands. We will play first. Oh, minion, but no pump spells. Okay, mulligan. No minion. Mulligan. No minion. Mulligan. Minion. Okay. We will put this to the bottom. We will put this to the bottom. And we will put this to the bottom. Oh, this Ether. Max Punish Ether Hub. Minion of the Mighty. Go. Yeah, doing a little dance. Playing a little Llanowar Elves. Oh god. I don't know about these ether hubs. I don't know about these ether hubs. Opponent plays a land, plays a burning tree, makes some manas. And Goblin and Argomancer goes attacking, no blocks. Can't cast it. Oh god. Oh my god. Why Magic Gods Collected Company? Just a visionary. That could have been worse. I mean, not that it really matters though, because we're just doing nothing. Opponent hits us to 14. Oh my god, okay. Minion of the Mighty. Yeah, there's no way we can draw out of it now. Because we need to hit multiple lands, multiple pump spells. We need to hit 2 lands, another pump spell, and there's just not enough time to do it. Kind of like we expected. We did get a win though. We did actually pull off the combo. Let's try again. This deck is like max jank. Minion of the memes for sure. Like, oh my god. You need a lot to go right. We will play last. Minion. Pumps. Okay, we're gonna keep this. I mean, we just need to find a dragon. We actually have... That's not a dragon. Well, Minion of the Mighty. I mean, if we top deck a dragon, we could win next turn. About it. Land. Mistbinder dragon. Well, that does kind of work. We will play this. Infuriate Minion. Wild Shape Minion. Attack you. Old Gnawbones. Make a few treasures. Abash. Play Abash. That's turn 2. That is turn 2. That was turn 2. And opponent's done. When it works, it really works. When it works, it really works. I think we're sticking to the plan. Our opponent's on Merfolk. They don't really believe in that much removal. Well, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. This deck is such a... This is one of the memeiest decks we've played in a long time. When it comes together, it's kind of insane. When it doesn't come together, we literally mulligan to 2 and do nothing. There's not much middle ground when it comes to this deck. There's not really. Sometimes after sideboarding there's a like fair game plan, but when we're on the minion plan, like we're all in on the minion plan. Pump spells, no minion. Okay, mulligan. Minion. Oh, this ether hub again. I think we keep this, as annoying as it is. Yes, ether hub. I don't know if this ether hub's worth it, honestly. Could really use a real land that makes red mana for this minion. Giant growth. Well, Minion of the Mighty. Pass the turn. Master of the Pearl Trident. Yeah, if we had a real non-ether hub land, we'd potentially be a turn away from winning. Well, reveal Old Gnawbones. Play it on green. Oh, see, we would have won here if this was not an ether hub. If this was a Stomping Grounds, if this was a Temple of the Dragon Queen, like you name it, we win the game that turn. However, ether hub for the maximum punishment. Island grows the dork. Bregerie. All right, well, untapped land. Untapped land still wins us the game. Opponent gonna hit us for a ton. We need an untapped land. It can even be an ether hub. Pump, Dracuseth. I guess we don't get the attack trigger. I think we still should be okay though. Opponent hits us. All right, come on deck, come on deck. That works. Land. Reveal Old Gnawbone. Play it on green. Giant growth. Giant growth. Go attacking. Old Gnawbone. Dracuseth won't trigger because it comes into play already attacking. Opponent takes it down to 7. We will make 13 treasures. Dracuseth. Pass the turn, hope we don't die. 9 points of damage on the board. I don't think that's enough. Are we gonna win this? Through the ether hub, making us very sad. Opponent, lad. 3 cards. Can you stop the dragons? Can you stop the Minion of the Mighty? Oh, the mightiest Kobold. Bregerie untaps. So if our opponent has another lord, they win. 4, 8. Wow. All right. So opponent wins. Tap down the dragon. Attack for Xaxes. Wow. Ether Hub. Ether Hub max punishment. Ether Hub lost us that game. If Ether Hub was a real land, we would have done that on turn 2 and we would have won easily. Instead, we had to wait an extra turn. Yeah, Ether Hub, I think, should not be in this deck. Platinum Mythic rank player, what are you thinking? What are you thinking, Platty? Well, we did that. We pulled off our combo. Unfortunately, our opponent's Merfolk deck was on the play and could kill us before we could untap and actually kill them. We got it. We're good. We're good. We got it this time. We got it this time for sure. Mulligan for the nut draw. Win the game on turn 2. Easy. This is the deck that requires a lot of praying to the magic gods because it's all about the Mulligan simulation. Oh, we will play first. Minion. 2 pump spell. Oh my god, this is it. This is it. We will keep. Oh my god, it doesn't work, does it? Okay, so we need 1 more pump spell. Untap land, Minion of the Mighty. 2 wild shapes doesn't actually work. 1 wild shape and 1 other pump spell works, but 2 wild shapes does not work. We draw land, decline, put it on green. Yeah, because it resets the base power and toughness, so it doesn't actually, 2 of them don't work together. Opponent, passing, pump spell, terror. Well, reveal Old Gnawbones on red. Get Abash. Wow, our opponent does not know how close they are to just being dead here. Island. The nice thing about Wild Shape is it does give us hexproof. We just need a pump spell. Silver Gill Adept reveals region. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Give us a pump spell. Okay, that's a pump spell. So, Infuriate. Minion of the Mighty. Wild Shape. Minion of the Mighty. That's fine. We got the backup. Sure. Wild Shape. Minion of the Mighty. Attack. Terror. Lethal. Double strike him. Ah, there we go. There we go. This deck's so ridiculous. Oh, that was good. Okay. I mean, I guess it can kind of win games if you mulligan aggressively enough and top deck well enough. Like, that was turn 3. That was literally turn 3. 22 damage. Evasive. What's our opponent going to do? They even had the Spell Pierce, and it wasn't enough. We mocked the second Wild Shape because it looked really bad. And it was really bad on turn 2. But the second one ended up coming through to let us fight through that Spell Pierce, and we broke it. Sweet, sweet. Against the odds time, we are playing some Minion of the Memes, Mulligan Simulator in Historic, and no Minion, no keep. That is rule number 1 of this deck. Minion, 2 pump spells. You know what? I think we keep this. We'll put a Drake-Yuseth to the bottom. All right, well, we'll see. We need to find a red source, but if we just top deck a red source like this, reveal a dragon, red, Minion of the Mighty. Okay. So there is some chance that we win the game this turn. We'll see what our opponent has. If our opponent has removal, then we scoop. Opponent, land, Prosperous. Okay, Prosperous Innkeeper. This should be game. Forest, Reckless Charge, Giant Growth. Go to combat, attack you, Terror of Mount Velis. And that looks like 22 to me. Got him! Oh, when this deck works, it's so funny. This might be a matchup where we actually try the Jenkem out plan. So I think we're gonna try our sideboard plan, which is 15 cards in, all the ramp. Because I think our opponent's gonna have a lot of removal. Are they? They're banned. Do we keep it the same? Do we try it one more time? Oh, I think we sideboard. I think we try the sideboard plan. We haven't tried the sideboard plan yet. So 15 cards in. Oh, we can't even take enough cards out, can we? Just keep the scale up. Go down Infuriates. We'll keep the scale up because we could still, so we can't take out all the pieces. So we'll keep the option of Minion scale up. Otherwise, let's try the ramp plan. I don't know if this plan can actually work or not, but we're gonna find out. We gotta cut one more of something. All right, well, here we go. Abash condition not met. Actually, Let's take Abash out. Take out a wild shape, put Abash in the main deck. Okay, here we go. Ramp plan. So we're not very likely to combo off now, but the thinking is our opponent's probably gonna try to bring in a ton of removal to stop that combo that we saw in game 1, and then we can try to play fairly by just ramping into our dragons. Well, temple tapped, go. Put it on black. About it. Lair, Wall of Blossoms. Oh, maybe we would be okay to stick with the combo. Untap land. Into the north. Get a snow-covered mountain. Go. About it. Tap land. And passes. Well, let's play Mind Stone. Opponent's gonna counter. Well, Ether Hub, go. I also think that our plan is better on the play than the draw, so if we lose this game, we might switch back for game 3. Ooh, losing this Cultivate's a little brutal. Yeah, opponent might not actually have as much removal as I was thinking they were gonna have. They probably take the Cultivate, and we probably need to draw a land to cast it. If we do draw the land to cast the Cultivate, then all of a sudden we could start casting dragons, which would be sweet. Yeah, all right, come on, land. That's a land. Put it on red. Actually, how much green do we have? Black, red, red. That doesn't really matter. Put it on green. Cultivate. Mountain, forest. All right, well, next turn the fun begins. Next turn the fun begins. About it. Untap land. Hits us. I'll play the land. Play Drakuseth. Opponent Cocos. Can they hit something that gets them out of this? Hopefully no. Militia Bugler, Giant Killer. Okay, so our opponent can leave up mana and start tapping our Drakuseth. Soul Herder. So I assume that's going to be their plan. I mean, they can't let it attack. Untap land. Wow, Elite Spellbinder. Okay. So we got to get enough threats that our opponent can't tap them down. Takes Dargaz. If you tap now, you're in serious trouble. Passing. Well, we will play Old Gnawbones. Yeah, Old Gnawbones. Opponent can tap, but they can't tap both. Untaps. Come on, no removal. Opponent plays a land. Thalia, sure. Soul Herder. Wait, this lets us attack, doesn't it? Oh my god, I think our opponent just gave us his game, sure. But this means we get to attack. And this means our opponent's in some serious trouble. Sure. We will play Dargaz. Attack with everything. Shoot down the Flyers and the Soul Herder. It worked. That's working. Oh, this is so good. Who would have thought Minion of the Memes would actually be winning games? Not me. Not me at all. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Against the odds time, we are Minion of the Meming in Historic. And, playing the whole Mulligan simulator. Seeing what happens here. Seeing if we can get some turn 2 kills. This deck cracks me up. It's kind of working, though. It's kind of sort of working. Oh, all right. We actually have the full combo, but we're missing lands. Yeah, this is a turn 2 kill hand, but no lands, no lands. Uh-oh. No minion, mulligan. No minion, mulligan. No minion, mulligan. All right, well, here we go. Bottom, 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 and bottom. Actually, we should keep the stomping ground over this. All right, so we need to draw minion. That's not a minion. Yeah, stomping ground's tapped. If we draw a minion, we got a shot because scale up gets it to 6 power all by itself. Luminarch Aspirant. The problem is the odds of us drawing minion are not especially high. Red, go. About it. I mean, this is a thing that happens with Minion of the Memes. It is a mulligan simulator deck, and sometimes mulliganing does not work out. Like, that is the cost of the turn 2 kills, is sometimes you mulligan to 3 and just do not play a single magic card for a game. Giant Killer. Oh, that's actually a problem. Yeah, this Giant Killer's an issue because it means that it can tap down our minion. I honestly think we might just scoop here. Yeah, we're just gonna scoop. We haven't given away much information yet, and this deck is way out there. So rather than potentially drawing the minion and playing the minion so our opponent knows what they're doing and that they need to bring in more removal, I think since they have the Giant Killer that can tap it down anyway, we just scoop it up and go to game 2 and do not go on our sideboard ramp plan. We're gonna keep things the same. We're on the play. If we mulligan into the nut draw, we should be able to combo before our opponent can get removal down. That's the thinking anyway. That's the plan. I mean, I don't know how much they in sideboard. They saw a Stomping Grounds and a Dragon Land. So they're probably assuming we're some sort of dragon deck, I guess. But other than that, we didn't give away much information. I think it actually is super relevant to this deck because the plan is so all in, and our opponent bringing in a bunch of removal can shut it down so easily. Like if our opponent brings in 4 portable holes or something, it's going to get way harder for us to win. So I think there's actually strategic value to conceding in scenarios like that, especially if we're not going on our sideboard plan. If we are going to sideboard, all right, we're keeping it. We are keeping it. Pump spell off the top, please. Double Ether Hub, not super exciting, but I mean, we got Minion, we got Reckless Charge. We need one more pump spell, any pump spell in our deck for turn 2 Drakuseth. About it. Come on, deck. Reckless Charge over here to draw in another pump spell. No deal. Tap land. Boom. Send a message. Reckless Charge, if we get to 4 mana, does do it all by itself. The problem is our opponent can draw removal, and then things get a lot worse. Thalia. Well, play an Ether Hub. Get an Abash. Pass the turn. About it. So next turn, a pump spell still does do it. No Skyclaves, please. We would like this minion to live. Skyclave apparition. Well, we had a shot. We just did not draw the land in time. Opponent gets and hits us. Paramount Velis. Well, tap land on black. Go. Yeah, gonna be tricky now. I mean, we can technically play Abash next turn, which is a creature, and then we're kind of. Oh my god. Oh, we had it too. The magic gods just frowned upon us. Oh, I would keep this hand again. I think I'd keep it every time. Hits us for 4. Unsure how we get out of this one. Well, there's a pump spell. Pass the turn. Yeah, we're just gonna be too slow here. We take 7. We take 7. There's nothing. Minion. Well, actually, okay. The one way we could get out of this is Minion off the top. So we stake around one more turn because Minion Reckless Charge Wild Shape is actually lethal. All right, Stomping Grounds dead. Oh, we were so close. Against the odds time, we are playing Minion of the Mighty Mulligan Simulator, and we're gonna keep this. If we draw land, this is turn 2 Drakuseth, any land will do. I mean, we got the Minion, we got the pump, we just need one more land to cast 2 pump spells. We actually have a lot of outs, because we could also just draw Scale Up, and that gets there by itself. This is assuming this minion doesn't just get killed. If it does, life is very, very sad for us about it. Oh my god, not a land. All right, pass the turn. Wild Shape has some value because we can use it just to give hexproof about it. Werewolf Pack Leader. Land, please. Land, please. Land, please. Pass the turn. Oh no! We got all the hard parts, but we can't do the easy part of just drawing a land about it. Land. Rodas goes attacking. Oh, come on, deck. We will discard a Drake. Oh my goodness. Are we gonna have everything set up to win this game except drawing a second land and lose? There's a Great Henge. About it. Goes attacking. All we need to do is draw land. That is it. That is all. That is it. Opponent hits us. There's a mountain. All right, Reckless Charge. The Minion of the Mighty. Giant Growth. The Minion of the Mighty. Go attacking. Paramount Velis. Double strike. Opponent can gain 2, but our combo does 22. So we still get Xaxes. Normally that 2 doesn't matter, but the Great Henge means that the 2 very much matters. And yeah, got him. Not as quickly as we were hoping because of our inability to draw land number 2, but yeah, that's what the deck can do. That's what the deck can do. Are we sticking to the same plan? I think so. Run it back. Mulligan Simulator. Game 2. I mean, our opponent's playing Simic. How much removal can they have? They probably have some fight spells, but other than that, like, they shouldn't be super removal heavy. So I think we're fine to stick with the minion meme plan. Okay. No minion, no keep. Well, yeah, that works. Oh, actually, it kind of works. We will put a Ether Hub to the This doesn't work as good as we were hoping. How do we do this? I guess temple to the bottom. The problem we have is both of our pump spells are green, and we have to play this temple on red. Oh, that works. Well, play this on red. Reveal Dargaz. Minion of the Mighty. No fighting, please. About it. Scale Up does it all by itself. Come on, no fight spells. Back leader. All right. All right. All right. We're in business. Opponent hits us. No blocks. Well, land. Scale up. Attack. Old Gnawbones. Make a few treasures. Dargaz. And yeah, you're go. Your go, opponent. What do you say, Pelt Collector? This deck actually kind of oddly works. I can't believe that it's working as well as it is, but it's kind of weirdly, oddly, actually killing people. Maybe it's not as much of a meme as you think. So what do we learn this week about Minion of the Memes Mulligan Simulator in Historic? And the deck worked better than I could have imagined. We went 3-2, which... that's way better than I was hoping. I was thinking maybe we pull it off one time if we're lucky, but the plan actually kind of worked. The deck is really, really weird. We either do everything and like combo off and win the game on turn 2, or we do essentially nothing and we mulligan down to 3 and we make a land drop or 2 and then we scoop it up, or we play the minion and then our opponent kills it and we can't reassemble. So it is a very, very strange glass cannon-y all-in deck, but it actually managed to win more often than it managed to lose, and I'm still kind of stunned that happened. Of course, it's a small sample size. We only played 5 matches. That's not a ridiculous amount. Could it win 60% of the time over the long haul? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I do like the sideboard plan, though. The sideboard plan actually worked. We didn't use it too often because we ran into a lot of decks that weren't super removal heavy. We didn't play against the control decks or super removal heavy mid-range decks, so we didn't really have to use it very often, but the matchups where we did bring in, it did work. We did ramp into dragons and hardcast dragons, and it was able to win us games. So I really like that, even if it looks really weird. So I gotta say, Minion of the Memes, maybe not quite as much of a meme as it looks, even though still, it is a really high reward, really high risk deck. Like, you're not gonna play fair games of Magic with this deck very often. You're either going to like jank out your opponent on turn 2 or turn 3, or you are going to do probably nothing, like quite literally nothing, like maybe not even cast a single spell in Mulligan until you got nothing going on, sort of nothing. So really interesting, high risk, high reward, high variance, but certainly sweet when it goes off. So that's been Minion of the Memes Mulligan Simulator. That's been our Against the Odds for this week. Thanks for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.